Everybody, it's Saturday and it's a little later than I was hoping to be doing a video, but it's been a busy week, so I can tell you there. So let's get started. I guess the first thing would be if you're actually concerned, or if you've been keeping up with Monsanto and Bayer and all the rest of those jackasses who are determined to control the United States through controlling the food. Last year, they had the politicians who were bribed by Monsanto had tried to pass a bill to basically keep us in the dark. So it was lovingly referred to as the Dark Act. And it just was trying to keep the GMO products from being labeled, so we wouldn't know what we were eating, basically. And it got shot down. You know, hooray, one for the American people. But Monsanto was not happy with that, so they bribed a whole different set of politicians, because we all know they're just crooked as fuck. And they brought it back up again this year. And even after being shot down originally by the Senate, because it was brought up in the House. For those of you who don't know how our laws are supposed to work, they don't necessarily work that way. But anyway, so it's brought up in the House, carried over to the Senate. The Senate shot down. Well, some jackass who was paid a lot more money than the other jackasses, I guess, had revised the bill and stuck it onto the back of another one that they knew was going to get passed and even signed into law. And that was the S as in Sierra 764, which is Senate Bill 764. Now, if you go look up Senate Bill 764, you'll see that it is to defund Planned Parenthood. And you'll think, oh shit, Uncle Steve has lost his damn marbles, because 764 is to defund Planned Parenthood. And we can discuss that later, Planned Parenthood. But if you're one of these people that think that Planned Parenthood is out here, aborting fetuses, 500 of them a damn day, there's a lot more to Planned Parenthood than that. And they already can't use federal money for abortions. But we'll talk about that later. So anyway, when you go look up S764 and you see that it's for defunding Planned Parenthood, and you think I've lost my damn marbles, look a little deeper. What they did is they tacked it on to the back of this bill, and it passed through the Senate, no problem, and the president's already signed it. So basically what this means is that all of our food products will now be approved through such a wonderful organization called the FDA. And the FDA will decide whether or not it needs to be labeled as a GMO product, and the GMO products will be labeled with a little QR code that you have to scan to see what the fuck it says. Okay? Now, several states already passed laws in their state requiring the foods to be labeled in plain English, by the way. Well, 764 has overridden those state laws, because it's the federal government, and we as American citizens have allowed the federal government too much fucking power. So now all the states have passed these laws. Their laws are null and void, and our food will be determined by the very competent assholes at the FDA as to whether or not it needs to be labeled as a GMO product. Now, I know some of you are going, well, there's really not enough information available on GMOs to say whether it's good or bad, and why we should be concerned about it. Well, let me tell you this: if it was such a gray area, or if it was a possibility that was nothing bad, why has 38 countries banned all GMOs? And why has another 75 countries passed laws requiring that all GMO products be labeled in plain writing on the packaging that anybody in that country can read, so that they can make a decision on whether to buy the GMO product or to buy the non-GMO product. But not in America. Of course, in America, our politicians are all crooked, it seems like, and when the money is spread around, they listen to the money and not the will of the American people. So anyway, there's that. We were sold down the river again by our government, and that alone should just piss you off, because whether or not you believe GMOs are bad, and whether or not you're one of these people that believe that GMOs are here to save the world, it should bother you that the federal government got involved and they passed a law saying that they'll label them only if the FDA says they have to be labeled, and then they're going to put a little Q&R code on the packaging. It ain't going to be in plain English. That should make you stop and think and go, wait a damn minute here. That sounds a little shady to me. Well, it is. Shady as hell, ain't it? Okay. All right, let's move on. Some more police shootings in the past week. And here at the Stanley Manor, we all feel that as much as their own families do. In case you hadn't heard, it was in San Diego, and it was a traffic stop, and one police officer was shot and killed. The other police officer was shot and critically injured, and had to have surgeries, several of them, and is pulling through. One of the men in the car was shot and killed, and the other one has been arrested. So, for all you out there that are currently still serving your community in law enforcement, please be careful. And of course, to all law enforcement, emergency medical, you have our utmost respect here at Stanley Manor. So, no matter what the media tells you, please be advised that there is a war on police as far as we're concerned here, and we just want y'all to be careful out there. Okay? All right, and the last thing, and I'm going to wrap this up tonight. Last week, for those of you who actually saw the video last week, I was asking if anybody would be interested in getting involved in a fitness challenge. So here we go. Here's what we're going to do. All right. If you're interested in participating, send me a message. And I'm only going to invite people to this group who say they're interested. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a private group for the fitness challenge. And I'm going to send everybody out a survey. Fill out the survey, and I'm going to keep track of everything here. And but the group itself is going to be to help each other stay motivated. It'll be to share nutritional meal ideas. It'll be for support and encouragement. So you know what I do, that anything that you want to do is easier to accomplish when you have people who are working with you to achieve that goal. And let's be honest about it. We as Americans are pretty out of shape, as on average, and quite honestly, pretty obese. And we lead a sedentary lifestyle. We're not hunter-gatherers anymore as a group. We're not nomadic anymore as a group. We live in climate-controlled houses, eat food out of a grocery store. We don't have to hunt, and we don't have to grow. We grow food here, but it's not necessary. we could go to the grocery store and buy, our vegetables like everybody else does, but we prefer to grow them here and can them, preserve things and that kind of thing. But a lot of people don't do that anymore. So we're out of shape. We're diabetic. We're have heart problems, high cholesterol, achy joints, bad backs, bad knees. Everybody's got problems, and I'm not picking on anybody. I'm right there with you. Any of you have seen me lately, you know Uncle Steve's not a small boy by any stretch of imagination. So if you're interested in getting involved, I said it's not going to be you don't need to go get a gym membership unless you want to. There's not going to be anything like that. We're going to encourage each other to get up off our asses and take a walk in the afternoon, right? We're going to encourage each other to get up off our asses and maybe try doing a little push-up or a little sit-ups or whatever, eating better. It's not going to be a diet thing as it is so much as a change in our lifestyle. Okay, let's as a group decide we're going to get up off our asses and do something to better our lives and to better our lifestyles and to change our situation. So if you're interested in participating, if you think you'd benefit from a group like this, if you think you could participate in a group like this, and mostly it's going to be on the interwebs. We may have a meeting or something once in a while here locally, but it's going to be on the interwebs on a Facebook thing. So if you're struggling with your health, if you're struggling with your weight, if you're struggling with walking to the mailbox and back, you're the person I'm talking to. And if you really want to change your life, if you want to try to get a little healthier, eat a little healthier, be a better person, then please send me a message. Send me a text. You got my phone number. Send me a message through Facebook. Let me know you're interested. I'll get a group started, and I'll send you an invitation to the group, and then I'll get a Word document put together, a PDF file or something like that, with a survey, and I'll send everybody out a survey so we can have a baseline of who you are, where you're at right now, where you want to be at, that kind of thing, and then we'll get started. And I think if you've ever been part of any kind of group, sports team or athletic team, anything like that, as a group you have a better chance of not only staying involved but achieving those goals. And let's be honest, in today's world, it's kind of hard to have a group, community group when we're all spread out. So let's try using the interwebs to our advantage, other than Wikipedia, Google, and midget porn. Okay. So anyway, if you're interested, let me know. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. And keep your eyes on what's going on in Congress. Okay. Keep your eyes on what's going on. They're using this whole Clinton-Trump bullshit as smoke and mirrors to hide what they want to do, and they're going to do it anyway. Okay? And as far as Clinton and Trump are concerned, well, if you've been paying attention, I ain't a fan of either one of them jackasses. But just stay informed. Get involved, stay informed. That's the only way we're going to change this country. Okay? All right, good night, everybody. Uncle Steve loves you, wants to be happy.